June 2nd, 2026. What's up, guys? GeorgeTheCloud here. Welcome to the channel and welcome to my life. Back to Erik. This time it is Black Velvet Dark version. Okay, and this is a coffee request by Dean. Thank you so much for the support. So I'm gonna see here. Who is this by? Because I think this is a song already. Original artist Alana Miles. Black Velvet. Is that the song that goes like Black Velvet, Black Velvet, let me see. I'll do a quick search here. I think I have heard that before. Alana Miles. Black Velvet. I think that's a song that came out in like 2004. 1989? What the heck? Well, let's get into it. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you have more interesting requests, please go to my Ko-fi page or Patreon. It helps out a lot. Grab some popcorn, fill up your water, put your headphones on. And this chair is very squeaky. Don't let that bother you. Okay.
Mississippi in the middle of a dry spell. Jimmy Rogers on the Victrola up high. Mama's dancing with baby on her shoulder. The sun is setting like molasses in the sky. The boy could sing, knew how to move everything. Always wanting more, he'd leave me longing for black velvet and that little boy's smile. Black velvet with that slow southern style. A new religion that'll bring you to your knees. Black velvet, if you please. Up in Memphis, the music's like a heat wave.
The layers.
White lightning, bound to drive you wild. Mama's babies in the heart of every schoolgirl. Love me tenderly, some crying in the eye. The way he moved, it was a sin, so sweet and true. Always wanting more.
To your knees.
Ooh, ooh. Who's the winner? I saw that one. I'm gonna wait for the video to end. And that's a cool setup there. I should try something like that. Okay. The range, the emotion, the power. First things first, we hit the like. I am subscribed, and I'll have a link of the original video down in the description below. So it was the song that I was thinking about, and I hadn't heard it in a while. I just remember the chorus. Had no idea it was from the 80s, and I still don't know who Alana Miles is. Why isn't that name like brought up more? What happened to her? I'll do some research in a little bit, but okay. Man, this was such a huge buildup of a song. It started off with the emotional piano, right? The keys. You hear those notes and you're like, okay, something with mood is about to happen. And I was like, well, maybe he's gonna take this in a different direction from the original, because the parts that I did remember, right? They were very like strong. They were like, you know, kind of with this boom and with this emphasis. Black velvet in the little boy's mouth. It's like super strong. And he was going like soft and delicate. So I was wondering, and that was the first half. But then, as you could see, he ramped it up, and he went like full. He went from like 0 to 100 in the second half, and that's when he showed the power, and things started to get more interesting with the vocalizations, with the different like techniques that he was using. There was one part, I don't know if I could get it right on here. Let's see, where he did something. I mean, this is hard to describe. You just have to hear it. Right there, black velvet, if you please. That sounds exactly like another song. I don't know. Black velvet, if you please. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking there's so many songs. For some reason, House of the Rising Sun came up, and yeah, I was like, what? This was he? Did they do something like that in that song? Or maybe somebody else did, but I think it was very cool adaptation, right? And it showed more personality, because I don't think that happened in the original. And that's when you could really, you know, do whatever you want with those endings and with those little mountains that kind of surface on the different on the song. That's how I'm going to describe it. The atmosphere here, kind of gritty, kind of, you know, it's like that rock, that raw rock style, right? Out there in some abandoned place, there is darkness, there are elements, there are rocks. He just looks like he's coming, like he's about to meet the Terminator or something. And I'm trying to think of the meaning of this song. Like, what is this about? Because they do make references to, you know, like Mississippi, and like us, like up there in the clouds, like the sun, black velvet, and it's almost like they're describing a rock. Is that what the song is about? A new religion too? It's like something is happening, and they're not saying exactly what it is. I mean, they're symbolizing it as black velvet, but they're kind of saying, okay, what are the things that are associated with this happening? So I think I'm just gonna look it up, guys. Black velvet. Before that, what happened with Alana Miles? I've never reacted to her, I don't think. Or have I? And I'm going to look like a fool? Not in this channel. In the classics channel, still don't think so. But if you guys enjoy rock music from the 80s and back in the day, go to GeorgeTheCloud Classics. You will never regret it. Okay, Alana Miles is a Canadian singer-songwriter who has won both a Grammy and a Juno Award for the song Black Velvet. The song was a top 10 hit in Canada and the #1 hit in the US Billboard Hot 100 in 1990. She's 67 years old, still with us, still young. Okay. And now the song. It proved to be very successful for her. And I'm also surprised because you don't hear a lot about a female rock singer that is like the entire artist. Sure, maybe they're in a band or something, but this is her. This is like they didn't even, I mean, she had a band, but it was all for her. So, as I clear my throat, this is a passionate tribute to Elvis Presley. It explores his musical roots, Mississippi, his mesmerizing stage presence, of course, and the almost religious devotion of his fans. The song captures the lingering magic and heartbreak of the king of rock and roll. So maybe I wasn't that far off, because I was really connecting it to rock. I thought, you know, she's kind of describing aspects of the culture in the song, and, you know, who closer to that than the king himself? The song was co-written by Canadian songwriter Christopher Ward while riding on a tour bus full of Elvis fans traveling to Memphis, Tennessee for the 10th anniversary of his death in 1987. Ward was struck by the intense, undying passion of Elvis's fan base. He wrote the song as an ode to Elvis's enduring legacy. And by the way, I mean, I have heard some songs by Elvis, of course, like, you know, in passing, but I've never reacted to him directly, never sat down and said, okay, I'm going to react to an Elvis song. So if you guys have suggestions, go for it. The title and lyrics of the song use black velvet as a multifaceted metaphor, a nod to the popular kitschy black velvet paintings of Elvis that were a staple in roadside shops across the American South. And going back to the video, since it looks like, yeah, he's near train tracks and stuff, so that maybe, you know, goes along with the idea of traveling. This could be, you know, in the South. It describes his voice as having a smooth, soulful, black velvet quality. Yeah, that's the Elvis voice. I can't. I should not try. While also acknowledging the African American rhythm and blues pioneer whose music heavily influenced his sound. Yeah, the different pioneers that I'm not again super familiar with. I have heard some of his influences. Roy Orbison. I think Elvis was a big fan of Roy, and it's like Fats Dominoes, something like that, and a few others. Anyway, in a clever nod known to insiders, Black Velvet was the brand name for the hair dye Elvis used to get his signature jet black hair. Okay. No dye here, but yeah, Elvis had kind of like naturally it was like dark. It was brown, but it wasn't jet black like we saw in the presentations. But I never thought of Elvis using hair dye, especially back in the day, right? Maybe he was a pioneer of hair dye as well. I think that's when it would have started, right? Maybe in the 50s, the 60s. Lines like "that little boy smile" and "slow southern style" point to his trademark lopsided grin, Mississippi upbringing, and charismatic stage presence. The chorus references the hysteria and near worship of Elvis by young girls, as well as the lasting shock of his sudden death. This kind of blew my mind, that the song is actually about Elvis. What an incredible tribute. That's how you know you're legend. When they make a legendary song about you, right? And it's, wow, this is inspiring. And he does a legendary cover of a legendary song of a legendary artist. And hopefully you guys are getting a legendary reaction here. But anyway, yeah, Erik, man, awesome. Fantastic. The way he, like, that's what I said, he ramps up. He gives us the range, which is so effective in music. You can't just start off like with a boom, because then that would give us everything. You've already shown 100%. You kind of have to take your time, take it slow. And I feel like this was more emotional than what I remember the original to be. It could be the piano. There's something about the lingering notes on the piano and how it creates this atmosphere of, like, you know, space and feelings, and then it's like we get the full power. All right, well, thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, and at the end to do a flip. Till the next.